So today we're driving 1 hour to get to a spot where I will be able to do some test flight. And through that test flight, there are a few things that I want to find out. The first one is, how is it to fly when it's minus 20 Celsius, and how will my battery last, and so on. Yeah, let's just go ahead and find 1 or 2 spots where I can do some long range. The previous video that I did was I had like some batteries that was like pretty old, but now I have some new ones, and that should help. Alright, so now we get to the spot that I'm going to be flying, and let's just put on the jacket on and then head out and send the first battery and see how it goes. Alright, so we are at my favorite spot right now, and we are about to send it up there. It's around 4 kilometers away, and the question we need to answer is, how far can we fly with Alien without destroying the batteries? We have to land at 4.5. That's the goal, at least at 4.5, and see how far can we go with it. And I just have to say, I'm flying with the 4500, and it's minus 21 outside, so it's pretty toasty cold. And I'm mostly here for the OSD and see, so I can show you guys how far can we go. And yeah, let me show you first where I'm planning on going and the route. So the idea is to go to, you see those 2 peaks here, is to go up there. It's above 1,000 meters, 1,500 I think, and then do the whole line out here and down here. Just plug this boy. And my biggest one as well is to see how to answer your question as well. I think I got a few people asking me about, the top mounted antenna. If I can go, let's say 5 kilometers away or 4 kilometers away, will that be an issue? Because you most likely will run out of battery before you run out of signal. And let's just test that out and see how, if that causes an issue, and how my signal behave all the way up and all the way back to me. So that's another question that we have to answer. Yep, let's send it. So here I just crossed 1 kilometers away. You can still see I'm at 4 volt per cell, and I'm at 30% throttle, as you can see in the middle. And I'm climbing up, and I'm still at 4 volt per cell. That is insane. I just barely touched the battery.
And here I'm about to get to the top. I'm still at 3.7, 37, 35 throttle, and I just dropped to the yellow bar at 17 milliseconds. And I think it's because I'm turning around that this happened, not because I'm either too far away or anything like that. And you can see that I'm still at 3.7, and that's like 4 kilometers away, and I'm just cruising back. Oh hey, here I dropped some signal as well. For me, when it comes to signal, it's more crucial when I'm going away. But if I'm turning around, you know, I could just start diving here if I feel like my signal was too bad. But for so far, it's good, and I can keep going because I know where I'm close back home. And yes, this is the part in the video where I would ask you to click the like button and consider to subscribe if you like what you're seeing. That helps a lot, and that will help me as well keep on going making those videos. If you have any more questions, just drop them down. I will make sure to read all of them and answer you right there, or answer you in the next video. So here you can see the wind is, I'm fighting with the wind, but I do know with that much wind, if it was the 7-inch, I would be struggling, or I would even, you know, you would see the wind way much more. And this is just the DVR, no stabilization at all. So this is basically the flight as it best. And you see I'm at 0 throttle and I'm at 80 kilometers an hour because that thing is heavy, and now I'm doing 90 at 4% throttle, so that thing is just shredding through the air because it's so heavy, and it's sink like a, you know, like a potato, like a heavy potato actually. So when it comes to speed, when you're diving, no problem. And you can see here I'm just at 6% throttle because it's so big and the props are so wide. It's just gliding up. Like, I'm not sinking. I'm just, you know, I'm folding the off, but more going forward. So let's say if I was at, you know, 3.5 volt at that, you know, throttle position, I will keep going forward before I crash landing, sort of some places. So that's still a good sign. And here I'm coming for a land. Here you can see I'm at still 3.6 and at 20% throttle, just hovering. Alright guys, I just came back and landed. Oh, alright, I just came back and landed. I did the 4.1 kilometers away. So I did 4 kilometers away, 4 kilometers back. So that makes it a total of 8 kilometers. And I landed, I think, at 3.6, so above 3.5, which was great. Surprisingly, I had really good signal all the way up. So that answers your questions with if the top antenna mounted is a problem. That answered the question, and I don't think that's a problem, in my opinion. And I could get further, like to make it 5 kilometers, but there's a cliff in front of me, so I wouldn't be able to get clear visual line of sight, so that would be a problem. But for today, 4 kilometers, I think that's fair. I should make one where I go 10, but that should come soon or next. And yeah, it's actually turning 11 right now. And if you can see it, it's close to 11.
So we still have little sunlight. Let's just go to the next spot and see if we can fly something, if we can get something more throughout the day. And